Bagholders, Evangelists, and whales, there's a lot of confusing nicknames that we can give to people in the cryptocurrency space. But what do all of these terms really mean? Hey everyone, and welcome back. This is the Part-Time Economist, and in today's video we're going to be going over some of the confusing terms and nicknames that we use in the cryptocurrency space. And as we go through this, I want to point out that a lot of these terms can be interpreted in various ways. They can be neutral, they can be positive or negative depending on the context. So it just makes it a little bit more confusing, but I will try to explain it as we go through this video. So first up, we've got bag and bagholder. Now, what is a bag? A bag is quite simply your portfolio. Why don't we call it a portfolio? I don't know. It's just a cool way in cryptocurrency we say, what's your bag? And that means, what cryptocurrencies do you own? So if you have Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash, your bag is Ethereum and Bitcoin Cash. In and of itself, a relatively neutral term. A bag is just what cryptocurrencies you own. However, we can sometimes see it in a negative context as well. If someone is a bag holder, it means that there's someone that owns those coins. But when you hear someone say bag holder, they're typically meaning it in more of a negative context. I'll give you an example. Let's suppose that I'm telling you, and I'm just making up an example here, not endorsing this cryptocurrency. Let's suppose that I own Bitcoin Cash, and I'm telling you, hey, Bitcoin Cash is awesome. It does this, it does that. You should get into Bitcoin Cash. Someone comes up and says, don't listen to them. They are a Bitcoin Cash bag holder. Well, what does that mean? What they're insinuating, what you should be inferring from that is that the only reason I'm telling you about Bitcoin Cash is because I own it. And I know if I can get you to invest in it, the price will go up as more people buy in. So when we say, oh, they're a bag holder, what we're saying is the only reason they're telling you this is for their own gain, right? Now, that may or may not be true. Saying that someone's a bag holder doesn't mean that the advice they're giving you is bad or that they're even trying to mislead you. It simply infers that, right? So a bag holder could be providing valuable information and they just so happen to hold a coin, or they could be trying to push that coin on you to boost the value of their own assets. So again, the context there really depends. Kind of similar, we've got Evangelist and Maxi, and let's think about this. Oh, one thing before we move on, a Maxi is short for maximalist. So an evangelist, think of this as your friendly, just neighborhood pastor. They want to invite you to come share food, they want to tell you the good news, they want to share the gospel, and if you don't want to come to church, they're totally fine with that. They are still going to be happy, they're going to walk away, say have a nice day with a big smile on their face, right? By contrast, a maximalist, they're going to be very judgmental. These are the my way is the highway, my way or the highway type people, right? So someone that is an Ethereum, or usually we see this in terms of Bitcoin, right? Someone that's a Bitcoin evangelist, they'll say, Bitcoin is great, Bitcoin is awesome, here's why I think Bitcoin's the best. And they can generally or genuinely think that Bitcoin is the best. However, if you say, well, you know, I really like Bitcoin Cash because it's, you know, lower transaction fees, it's cheaper, they're going to be like, well, okay, that's reasonable. Not my take, but I can see why you're a fan of Bitcoin Cash or whatever. By contrast, the Maxi is someone that says, my coin is the one true way. You will face judgment if you invest in anything else, right? So if you're not in Bitcoin, everything else is a scam, it's a knockoff, it's just utter garbage, right? So again, someone being an evangelist, much more neutral, or could be even positive depending on the circumstances, but less judgmental. A maximalist, someone that says, this is the way, and they really, the maximalist ideology isn't even so much that they believe in their coin, right? It's that they won't consider critical evidence. They won't change their views, and they want to kind of push that on everyone else as well. We also have the concept of a whale. Now, a whale is someone or an institution or a group that is powerful enough to move the markets themselves. So let's think about cryptocurrency. There's billions and billions of dollars of cryptocurrency traded every day. If I go online to sell $500 worth of, let's call it Bitcoin, and I sell my Bitcoin, the price before and after I sell my Bitcoin is basically going to be the same. There's billions of dollars being traded. My little $500 order isn't going to move the markets much. But if someone comes in and they sell $5 billion worth of Bitcoin, the price of the market is going to be lower after they finish selling, because they're going to sell a little bit at one price, then they're going to sell, then they're going to sell, and it's going to keep pushing the price of the market down. So again, a whale isn't necessarily someone that's bad. It's someone that just can move the market, someone that has a huge amount of the cryptocurrency. There can be a little bit of a negative connotation sometimes if we say, oh, well, the whales have too much power. The whales did this, right? But basically it's someone or an institution that has a lot of power in the markets. Now, if you remember from that previous discussion about whales, we said that after a whale sells, the market price will be lower, or if a whale makes a huge purchase, the market is going to go up. So if I know that a whale is about to buy $10 billion worth of Bitcoin, let's suppose right now Bitcoin's at 31,000, and I know by the time this order goes through, it's going to be at 33,000. So I know that they're about to make a huge purchase. What if I could buy in before they make that purchase? So I buy in at 31,000, they make a huge purchase, and now the price is 33,000. I can sell right away and make a $2,000 profit. Or if I know a whale's about to sell, again, let's say Bitcoin's 40,000. By the time they do this huge sell order, it'll be 38,000. I would like to sell before they could sell, and I'd like to buy before they can buy. This is called front running, and that's getting ahead of a large transaction to profit, right? So generally, again, this is something that is not, people don't consider it fair, but it can be occasionally a problem on decentralized exchanges, especially when we see that cryptocurrencies, right, they are on these distributed ledgers, so we can see pending orders, pending transactions. We can submit our transaction with a higher gas fee and try to get ahead of some of those large orders. Now, if this all sounds really confusing, you're probably looking for an oracle, someone to guide you through cryptocurrency, right? Well, if that's what you're looking for, you would be wrong, because an oracle is not a guru. They're not a guide in cryptocurrency. Rather, an oracle is a specific type of, I don't even know what to call it really. It's a thing in cryptocurrency that provides external data to smart contracts. So if we think of a smart contract, right, we know that's a piece of cryptocurrency software that automatically executes if something happens, right? So if I deposit $100 into this smart contract, mint $100 worth of this cryptocurrency. But some smart contracts rely on external things happening. So let's suppose I say I want to, if the price of Ethereum goes to $2,000, I want to sell this cryptocurrency, or I want to buy this cryptocurrency. Well, how do we get that data from an external source into a smart contract? That's where oracles come into play. They basically get external data and feed it into smart contracts. I'm thinking we might need to do a full video on oracles at some point, because the entire concept behind them is pretty cool. But in this video, we've covered a lot of the key terminology that can be confusing to beginners. So if you've got any other interesting terms that you've heard in cryptocurrency and you're not really sure what they mean, or even if you do know what they mean but think that others could easily be confused, be sure to share them in the comments. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.